So here's Stephen Colbert. So the news is Tucker Carlson has started up a network. He's going to do like, I guess like a, you know how the TYT Young Turks, they have all those kind of offshoots of what they do as what they're doing. He's doing a similar sort of thing, and he's going to charge for it per month. And this is Stephen Colbert's response to it.
Oh, there's news about former Fox News anchor and Orville Redenbigot, Tucker Carlson. You may remember that Tucker got fired from Fox News for somehow being too racist. So he started a show over on Twitter, but now he's got an even worse idea because yesterday he announced he's launching his own streaming service called Tucker Carlson Network for $9 a month. Now that seems steep, but there is a free version. For $0 a month, you can never watch Tucker Carlson again.
Yeah.
I don't. All the night show hosts do this kind of thing. I don't like this kind of silliness. It's the kind of it really is vaudevillian clownness. I just get on with it. Yeah, you got a funny bit here. Keep going.
Acting. So what's on this network? According to the website, there'll be interviews with people like Kid Rock, Martin Shkreli, Alex Jones, and RFK Jr., collectively known as Mount Douchemore. The only thing I don't really get about this new platform is the name, Tucker Carlson Network. It kind of feels incomplete. Like, it doesn't feel like he should have called it the Tucker Carlson Network. And he really should have gotten the website, thetuckercarlsonnetwork.com, and he didn't. But I did. So head on over to thetuckercarlsonnetwork.com and check out my exclusive Tucker content. We got a great show.
All right. So a classic gotcha-ism there. And if we go across to the Tucker Carlson Network right now, this is what's playing.
Yes.
But not only that, if you scroll down on it, Tucker says give generously, and there's some proper charities there as well. So he got it. He's got that. And there's one other thing to show you, because later in the show, Stephen Colbert also then showed the advert that has been manufactured for the Tucker Carlson Network called Tuckflix.
Get ready for the first ever streaming service that has Tucker Carlson in every single show. Introducing Tuckflix. You'll see a stellar lineup like Skewed Claims.
They're not called gingerbread people. You don't want to give them a gender without their consent. You don't even want to know how many bathrooms there are in gingerbread houses now. A lot.
And of course, a show all about the importance of testicle tanning. Orange is the new sound.
Half the viewers are now.
That's quite funny.
Testicle tanning? That's crazy.
Nuts.
And also, Izzy Cake. It's all coming soon on Tuckflix.
It's hard to watch.
So yes, a pretty funny. I mean, the late night shows in America, to be really honest with you, I find them a bit cringy at the best of times. But when they do something well, they do it well. You know, there's a part of me which still thinks that Stephen Colbert was like a literal cultural phenom when he was doing the Colbert Report. He was an important part in the media ecosystem, and now he's this sounds horrible, but a bit of a dancing clown, you know. But when he hits his strides and does it right, he's pretty damn good. And that was a pretty good troll, Joey.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad they're pointing out that Tucker is first and foremost at this stage a Russian misinformation asset. That's brilliant. Actually, have you seen there's a program on Apple Plus called For All Mankind? Have you seen that?
I have not.
So, long story short, it's an alternate history show that basically hinges on the premise that the Russians got to the moon first, and how that would change our world. At the moment, the show's I think that the latest season is set around 2005, and they are definitely leaning on the fact of we've got a show that will a talking head show here that will clearly hint at the fact that it's Fox News and it's just hitting Russian misinformation talking points all the way through. So, and they're not being particularly subtle about it. So I think that this is one of the things that some people are realizing is that a lot of the right-wing talking heads over there they're not patriots.
No, since Trump has made certain positive noises around Putin, then they all have to get in line, obviously. So some people are saying an underrated show. I've actually never checked it out. 93% by the actual reviewers and 81 from the audience. You don't get much better than that on Rotten Tomatoes.
I tell you what, if you like alternate history or
Yeah.
sci-fi or just ever wondered why we never went back to the moon, watch that show. I love it. I think Gary here has nailed it here. We get our news from the US, from comedians because their news reporting is a joke. Absolutely. I watch John Oliver's Last Week Tonight almost religiously for the same reasons.
Yeah, John Oliver is the best at the moment. I mean, but I think part of the reason he's the best is the time they put for the research, the only being a single show. I mean, I've seen him interviewed and he goes, we couldn't do this as a 5-night-a-week show. It's impossible. No. And also the money, like what they do with that money. And even he jokes about it, certainly at the start, that he doesn't know how HBO's budgets work. The money they put into it is just, I mean, even just look at the New Zealand Bird of the Year adverts on 3 or 4 or 5 continents. Just who else does that? But most importantly, the information is always pretty solid. I'm not saying he hits it out of the park every time, but he always makes pretty good contact.
I love the fact that it is always week after week a deep dive. Like, I'm a big fan of the deep dive. Don't gloss over it. Give me the history, give me the context, give me the flow and effects, give me the reasons why it got this bad, and give me a couple of options on how it would be better. But it's definitely following a theme now that there is not a system or a way of doing things that America cannot break, corrupt, and turn into the worst version it could possibly be. That's the theme of John Oliver's show week after week.